What's up, everybody, and welcome to
The Little Big Cast,
where four players are in search of that elusive game-life balance. On today's show, Rachel eats peanut butter apples.
Yeah, peanut butter.
Robin makes her child lose over and over again.
Jerk.
I'm brutal.
Jeff waxes poetic about death and things. And Drew gets a little bit crazy with vidpresso.
I'm cookie happy.
Yes. All this and more, ladies and gentlemen, on episode 98 of The Little Big Cast. Welcome. Cool. Welcome to episode 98, everybody. This is kind of a beta test of a new remote broadcast, so first of all, thank you for joining us. My name is Jeff Hawks. With me, as always, Mr. Drew Tyler.
Hey, everybody. It's good to be here. This is going to be fun.
It is. It's gonna be, I'm excited. Our own Rachel Hernandez.
I'm picking food out of my teeth. Hey.
Welcome.
Hello.
Rachel loves peanut butter. And
Too.
our own, our other own, Dr. Robin Hazlett.
Hello, friends.
Fantastic.
What's up, everybody? How are you guys doing?
Good.
Yeah,
No, not
join
too
us.
bad. It's Wednesday.
Cool. So if you're checking in and listening to this podcast via iTunes or whatever, and it's a little bit weird this week, we apologize. This is a serious beta test. We are trying a new program called vidpresso, which allows for live streaming through Facebook. So it's an exciting platform, but consider this like a beta test of the platform for the Little Big Cast.
Because we're also like all in our own separate basements, which makes it that much more interesting.
Right.
I
So
don't have a basement.
Oh,
But
right. Sorry.
She's doing us one better, because not having a basement is actually, I think not having a basement, not needing a basement is a blessing.
really, because I used to be a basement dweller, and I miss it most days.
Oh, see, I think it's just more crap to keep clean and
Yeah.
like clutter to manage is all that a basement
More
does for
square
me.
footage. Yep.
Let's hop into our week as normal. Even though it's a beta test, we're going to kind of carry on as usual and try to make sure that this feels like a Little Big Cast. So every week we get together, we kind of discuss the happenings around our life. We like to get into the kind of the life side of our game life balance, discuss kind of what we're doing in real life, what we're playing. Which one of you guys wants to kick it off, or do you want me to take over? I'm good either way.
I say take it.
I'll kick it
Oh, you want to kick it?
off. Sure.
Robin wants it.
Yeah, because there's.
We'll hand it off to Robin. What's going on?
Yeah, it isn't like super exciting, but with Uncharted 4 lately,
Hey.
it's been glorious. I've really enjoyed it. I was like, oh man, this is going to be like, everyone's been hyped up. It's been delayed so many times. Everyone's going to have this whole idea that it's going to be this fantastic thing, and it won't live up to it. But hi, Scott.
Hi, guys.
Hey.
Hi, Scott.
Yes, I'm not in the basement. I'm in the kitchen.
Did I hear squatty potty? I'm
But,
sorry. Did I hear squatty potty? I
Yes.
swear that's what he
Squatty
said.
Potty. Squatty Potty just tweeted Scott.
Oh, that's fantastic
Nice.
news. Yeah. Way to go.
That's my life.
Yeah.
That is my life right now.
He has arrived.
Yes. So Uncharted, Layla has been absolutely addicted to her Wii U, which is odd. But we've been playing Mario Kart, and I've discovered that I'm a very ruthless parent. I don't let her win.
Oh,
That's okay.
No,
Wow, really?
it's just like,
I think
I think that
can
teaches
run too.
character.
You think it teaches
we're
character?
going,
Yeah, absolutely.
we're going to earn that first place.
Or she'll resent you for your whole life.
That's
My
hilarious.
mom threw blue
Yeah.
shells at me.
My mom got me with a green shell. That takes skill and rage.
I will never forget it.
No, I can see that happening on the therapist couch. So. But yes,
Very cool.
been
So
playing
how
that.
far are you
Life's
into
good.
how far are you been started?
Like, not very far at all. I've just gotten across.
Okay, so chapter like 2 or 3. Like chapter like 3-ish then?
No, I'm
2-ish?
chapter 6. This is the
Oh,
mountain
the second one. Okay, cool.
Yes.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah, no spoilers alert. Like I'm gonna get there. I'm gonna find some
and
time.
that's why
I'm really
saying
excited
I
about
put
it.
Across.
Okay.
I got an artifact.
Okay.
Very cool. Yeah, so you're not too. You just got it.
Yes.
Okay, so I'm like I'm maybe like 45 minutes to an hour ahead of you then. So what do you think so far? Like what is it about Uncharted 4 that is working for you? What's not working? Is there anything that's not working for you? What do you think?
It's odd because everything's really working for me, and it was odd that I never noticed this before, but there is no HUD.
Yeah.
There's no heads-up display for it. I didn't really notice it beforehand. I'm just like, oh, it's expansive. I'm like, what's my health? You'll never know.
Yeah.
Like, there's no map. There's no nothing. I'm so used to having all of these little things all around me.
That's really interesting. Are they doing that to make it more cinematic? Like, is there a more immersive reason if you just don't have that? Well, that's weird.
I would bet that that's why they did it, because it always pulls you back a little bit. But I think it's odd for me to not play with a HUD.
Yeah, color me intrigued. Like I can't wait to try it. I split the purchase with mascot Glenn, and so I'm eager. But he's been playing nonstop all day, and I didn't want to
Lucky.
yeah, all day, and I didn't want to kick him off to try a little bit. So I will maybe stay up all night and try that.
Yeah.
Someone has to work.
Oh.
Aw.
It's super good, and I don't know. I mean, you know that you can play it at the same time. You're right.
Well, when we had our primary machine swapped, we could, and now we've pulled them back. I still have to
Why did you pull him back?
because when you remote play, I couldn't get into his machine, but he was finding my machine when he hit remote play because I opened up all my ports and I kept figuring out like I can't remote. Turns out I had opened it up for him to remote because it's his primary. So when you're on the same network, you can remote in just based on the Wi-Fi, and it'll find you because you're on the same. You're on the network with a machine.
You're supposed to be.
Right, and so I had to basically swap back just so I could play remote play. But we have each other's passwords, so we can like swap our own primaries again. But I may do it for this game because I really have to get through Uncharted because I found out Iron and Blood and Iron, Blood and Wine's coming up, so I'm stoked.
You see that?
Like the
So
folk
I don't know if this is in the. Is this in
Blood
the
and Wine
news?
is there. Yeah, I got that.
Is it? So it just talks about the release date. So,
but I got the rest. I got the rest.
Okay, let me check. Hang on.
I'll put it in there for you. I know what.
But here's the thing. So the news is wrong. It says it adds 20 hours of gameplay.
It's 30 hours.
So 30 hours. Yeah, Shinobi.
Right.
Leaked that it's 30 hours, which is pretty
How did
exciting.
our producer miss that? No, totally. It's exciting. So that's why I got to get through Uncharted 4 fast. I'm excited for all of it, though.
So and Rachel, have you picked it up? Are you planning to? Are you going to try and
No, I'm still on Uncharted 2, so I haven't had much time for gaming at all. So unfortunately, I know it's sad.
Adult life.
You're an adult. You're an adult.
It sucks. Now I have money to buy video games, but I don't have time playing. So.
The irony.
Doesn't it suck?
Welcome to adulthood.
Welcome to adult life.
So that's where I am. Hopefully I'll be able to find time, but we'll see. We'll see what happens.
Is Robin's camera frozen?
Oh, she may be. Robin, come back to us when you can.
Yeah, refresh. Anyway, so one of the things, I think that the thing that for me has been the biggest, I don't know, like I knew that Uncharted was going to be great. Like that's not something that could come as a surprise to me at all. I knew that it was going to be great. I knew that it was going to be something that was really special. What I forgot about all the little things that Naughty Dog does that make a game really truly feel immersive. Like,
oh right,
Naughty Dog is the king of immersion. Like it feels immersive and it feels vibrant and beautiful, and it feels like a place that you want to be. And that's what I've so appreciated about the game. So as you're cruising around, as you're exploring, Like, and this, this happens like 5 minutes in the game. So I'm going to spoil something that's not really a spoil.
I'll find it tonight. It's cool. It's all right.
So, at one point in the game, you're just in your house and you're walking around your house, and like, you see all these artifacts from the different games that you've played and all the different places that you've gone. And you just feel so, especially after you play. And that's, you don't necessarily have to have played the old games to jump into 4, but there is a certain level of nostalgia and hat tipping that goes on from Naughty Dog that they like tip their hat to you and let you know, like, hey, you went on these great adventures with us. And it's just little things. Like at one point I walked down the stairs into Nathan's bedroom, and I could look at a picture on the wall and it would reflect the windows behind me.
Oh, that's hot.
Like it's little things that most game developers would have ignored, right? So like this window behind me as I'm looking at a picture on the wall. In real life, yeah, you're gonna see this reflection, but in a video game, you would never see that. That's not something people do. But it's little things like that Naughty Dog does that really separate themselves from the rest of game development. And what's been funny is as I'm playing this, like, first of all, graphically, there is no game that I've ever played that comes close to how good Uncharted looks. Like, it looks incredible.
I'm ready for that.
And you can't help but look at it and be like, how is Naughty Dog so far ahead? Like, how are they so far ahead of everybody else? Because right now, that's the reality. Like, they are miles ahead of the competition when it comes to like graphic fidelity and just like this immersive environment because of those little details.
Right. Even in Uncharted 3, it felt like they were ahead in the rigging of the models of the characters, like just maneuvering and moving things around. It felt so clean. And then I stepped over to something like Dragon Age, and it was all of a sudden this very different, still moved the way I wanted to go, but there was something very fluid about what they had done. Right?
Yep, absolutely. So that's one of the things that I've most enjoyed and appreciated from the game. I love the little nods to the old game. I love the brother. Like, I think Sam is a great character. I'm enjoying it. Sullivan is awesome as always. Like, it's a fun game, and it again kind of brings me back to like what I appreciate most in games is really well told stories. And Uncharted feels like I'm walking into a big story, and I'm just happy to be there. Outside of that, what else have I done? I've got some notes here. Let's check. I watched Captain America: Civil War, which was awesome. Yeah, super, super good. If you haven't seen it, I definitely recommend going and seeing it. It was the first time. So since Arrow was born almost a year ago, we have gone on like 3 dates.
Oh, big time.
So one of them was Captain America.
Nice.
And it was fantastic. So if you haven't seen, have you guys all seen?
I haven't seen. I saw the first one. I think maybe I haven't seen the other. Isn't there? Is this a third Captain America?
I don't know. There's a bunch.
Yeah. So that's it. No, I haven't seen it.
It's good. It's a fantastic film. They did a good job.
I was really surprised at how well they did, because I read one review that said it should have been just like full on ADHD craziness with all the characters.
Bless you.
Don't judge me, I sneezed.
Bless you.
But it should have been this crazy intro for all the characters, and they spaced it out and they paced it really, really well, and it didn't feel overwhelming.
Yeah, totally.
I'll see if I get to it.
Oh, you need to. Just say yes.
Just say yes.
Just come on.
That's what I've heard. Everyone's loved it so far, so I don't think I've met anyone that said anything bad about it.
Very cool. So what have the rest of you guys been doing? That was me and Robin have kind of wrapped up our weeks. What about you, Rachel?
I'm working. Yay! Oh my god. That's it. That's pretty much it. I'm still just getting settled into new jobs. I'm just kind of figuring out when I have time for myself. So, yeah.
Yeah, you were gone last week, right? You didn't make last week's show?
Yeah.
She was adulting.
Busy doing other stuff.
we just reflected on how proud of you we were.
That's true. We did talk about Satisfied Rachel.
Yes.
Yeah.
Thanks, guys. So, yeah, I'm working. Hopefully, I'll be able to sit down and wreck through Uncharted. But as of right now, Animal Crossing when I can, and sometimes Donkey Kong. So hopefully that'll change soon.
Priorities,
But if
then.
you have your town weeded,
I
that's it.
Right?
That's all
That's
you need.
true.
Nice. Wow. I guess I think I thought I would have more time now that the summer is here and I don't have classes. But in the 1 week that I took off between graduation and summer classes, I didn't end up doing anything to prepare for my summer classes. And so it was like an email Sunday night that reminded me that sure enough, my class did start tomorrow. It was somebody like, hey, you haven't said anything about the books we need for tomorrow. And I was like, oh, that's guess it's starting. So that's
So about that.
yeah, exactly. That's how I felt. I was like, well, okay. But I did. I got through all 3 classes are up and launched and running, and hopefully I don't have to do a lot with them. One is a master's class where everybody's coming from like all kinds of backgrounds and businesses that are not necessarily comm related, and I've got to try and tie them all into this new media bubble. We had all kinds of entertaining discussions, and I had a guy in there that, and we all know these students, but they want to contribute to the discussion, but they also don't mind if they derail it entirely. So we're talking about digital media, new media. I see, look at Robin, it's just like hands in head, right? This is
Oh man, I share your
Right?
pain. I know.
hilarious. We're talking about how does new media, digital media, and social media, where do they fit? Is it a Venn diagram? Is it like a whirligig? Like, how does that all work together? And out of nowhere, after we've already kind of defined the 3 terms, decided that one was more about intent, and one was about distribution channels, he pipes in and he's like, I think Pokemon cards are new media. I was like, well, let me sit on this one for a minute. So I just had to think and be like, how do I make that? Because I think he was intentionally trying to like outthink everyone.
Because you can't say outright like that was really
Right.
freaking out of nowhere.
That's as analog as it gets.
It's just like I don't know. Like you can't go like you're wrong.
No.
It's just like if you say that, they'll never speak again, which may be a good thing in some.
No, this one will. This one will speak again. It's cool.
Well, on the
Okay.
plus side, they did announce the new starters for Pokemon Sun and Moon.
Oh.
So
Saw that.
if you're a Pokemon fan, there is a cute little owl.
There's an owl.
I'm excited for the owl.
There was an owl and there's like a little water cat thing, right?
There's a fire cat and a stupid little seal that I don't think anyone likes. So yeah.
See, I just think like
You said Pokemon.
I saw that, and
my
all I
heart
could
got
think was-
excited.
all I could think for real was Nino Cooney did it better.
right.
And I'll think that every time. I will never see another Pokemon
Really?
game and not think like Nino Cooney did it
Right.
better. I don't even care about
What
this.
about Nintendo did it first? No, maybe
No.
before
Not
Nino
first.
Cooney.
Before
A
Nino,
little bit.
maybe.
Before Nino Cooney, sure, but like Nino Cooney just raised the bar tenfold.
It was
I don't
amazing.
know. This new game looks
No, you
pretty realistic.
Nino Cooney was everything that we have wanted Pokemon to be for years, and I don't think Pokemon will ever catch up to it.
Jeff, I think you're a unique butterfly.
I try.
Very nice.
I try to be.
Very nice. Well, that's my week. So that's everything I've done. Gaming wise, on top of just prep for classes, I don't know that I've gamed a whole lot. I don't not. Mm-mm. Hey, I played lots of games with Mikey. Is this Dugong?
Yeah. Are you guys,
Yeah.
Are you guys playing?
I played a lot. I played a lot of race car FIFA. Was it
Are you
Rocket League? Yeah.
Rocket League. Have you been playing basketball mode? How's
Yeah,
that?
it's awesome. Like
Oh my gosh.
So
I'm
and did
jealous.
you know? I did not know, but they have a hockey one as well, where you're kicking a hockey puck around, and it was on ice. Like it was rad. So I played a number of games with him and his roommate, mascot Glenn got in there. We had some good times, Mikey. That was awesome. And then there was one night that I was playing before we had roommates and everybody, and I let Cambria play for a few rounds. And I don't know that anybody could even tell because she was as bad as I was. Like we were just like, car goes in circles. I don't know. But he put up with us. It was awesome.
That's
It was
funny.
really awesome. So that's me.
Cool. Well, that wraps up the week then. So yeah, we'll jump to the news.
Can I kick it? Can I kick it? Yes, you can. Can I kick it? Yes, you can. Well, I'm going.
All right, let's take some news. There's lots of good news today, but we'll start with news number 1. Ready? Boom! Call of Duty Modern Warfare disaster.
Bum, bum,
Bum,
bum.
bum, bum. So basically, Push Square's soapbox for the week kind of takes aim at Call of Duty, and what they're talking about is that people are up in arms because Call of Duty, this remastered version, is locked in with the Modern Warfare remaster. What's the other one that it's locked in with?
Infinite Warfare.
Infinite Warfare, yeah. So I'm sorry, my dog just climbed out of my lap.
Oh, hello.
But has nothing to do with this disaster. So people are kind of mad because you can't play the remastered unless you buy Infinite Warfare, and so the people are kind of ranting on that seems kind of not, what's the word? It's not bait and switch, but it's like basically, yeah, like making you buy holding it ransom. I think that's the answer. Rob, what are you thinking?
I'm thinking that so they're making you buy 2 games if you want to play one.
Right.
What are we looking at for price point? Is this something that you have to buy the price of 2 games? Because I know that just playing the remastered one is it's a huge drop for everyone. Everyone wants to play the remastered, but they've already got a ton of really just terrible things to say about Infinite Warfare.
Does that worry anybody else?
So you're telling me they're not the same game?
There's
No.
right?
They're
So-
not.
No, so basically what's happened here is, so Modern Warfare, Call of Duty Modern Warfare is
Totally kidding.
is one of the pivotal so for people that aren't familiar, right? Call of Duty Modern Warfare is like one of the pivotal first-person shooters that has come onto the market ever. Like it was a game changer. And so what is it, Treyarch or Infinity Ward that's releasing this?
Infinity Warfare, isn't it?
Well,
It's both.
I'm the publisher. It's
Oh,
okay, whatever it is. Anyway, they've basically made it where if you want to play this legendary FPS, Modern Warfare, you are being forced to purchase Infinite Warfare. Which seems like, I mean, it's kind of a shady tactic, because if Infinite Warfare sucks, you just paid full price for a brand new game just so you could play the old game. It's just a little shady. It bothers me. It bothers me, but if I'm being honest, like I wouldn't be buying a new Call of Duty game anyway,
Right.
especially after seeing Battlefield trailer.
not your bag.
Which I think on the same point, like I don't think we cover Battlefield anywhere else, right? So I'm going to bring this up here. I don't know if you guys were aware of this, but the Call of Duty Infinite Warfare, where they announced that they were going to do Modern Warfare tie-ins, has the highest number of downvotes of any video game trailer in history ever. Highest number of downvotes.
That blows me away. That's
Wow.
crazy, right? Isn't that just crazy?
Conversely, yeah. So alternatively, Battlefield 1, the new Battlefield game that's coming out, has the highest number of thumbs up of any game ever. And did you guys see the trailer for the new
I
Battlefield
did
1?
not.
So it is a World War I first-person shooter, and they have a kind of harder version of the White Stripes Seven Nation Army playing in the background, as like dudes are getting shot out of the sky from these, dual prop World War I airplanes. It has Arabians on horses, like these Middle Eastern people on horses with swords charging across the desert. Shows a guy with like this crazy gas mask going through a trench, and just smashing people with the trench shovel. And if you understand, so the reason why I'm really excited for Battlefield 1 is like I'm a pretty huge, I'm a pretty big history nerd.
Yes.
If you've been listening to this podcast at all, that's something that you probably know.
Yes.
And seriously, World War I is horrifying. Like World War I doesn't get enough attention because of how bad World War II was. But like as far as loss of life goes, right? Like loss of life wise, World War II, way more deaths. Like Russia alone obliterates the total casualties of World War One. But you have to take the casualties into context of just suffering and general like miserable warfare conditions. World War One is absolutely the most brutal war that was ever fought. If you understand what trench warfare was like, if you understand what it was like, sitting in this trench, never moving, because if you pop your head up above the trench, your head's blown off. Like eating, sleeping, pissing, crapping in the trench that you lived in all day, every day, and never moved from. All the while waiting for a mortar to land on your head, or, chlorine gas to pop overhead and melt to your lungs. And basically you choke to death on your own lung tissue. Like it was horrific on a scale that we can't even comprehend today. And so to have a video game take us back to that, and the way that the trailer made it looked, it just looks so visceral and gnarly. And as horrifying as that era is, like, I'm excited to be able to play through that. I'm super
I'm
pumped.
saying I can't even go on with the show. Like, I'm just depressed and sad now.
I'm sorry.
Jeez.
Things got real.
Uncharted.
No better? Maybe. I'll leave you guys to finish up this sad show. Jeff,
It's
that's horrible.
It's fascinating. It doesn't have to be sad. It's fascinating. Like
It's gloom.
if you guys ever want to get like, I get that this is a video game podcast, right? And it's not cool to like play video games, but then also to like talk about poetry on a podcast. If you guys want to get a real grip and a real grasp on how horrible it was, I would highly recommend you read some poems by Wilfred Owen. He was a British soldier that fought in the trenches and wrote his poetry in the trenches. And one of his poems is called Dulce et Decorum Est, and it's basically the theme of it is he's talking about this old kind of proverb that says it's good and honorable to die for one's country. And he's like, if you had to sit and listen to someone choking on their own lungs, and I won't get into the whole thing, but he's basically like, you wouldn't say with such high zest, Dulce et Decorum Est pro patria mori, which is like, if you watched these young men die and choke to death on their own lung tissue, you wouldn't say that it's good and honorable, because it's just wretched. It's beautiful poetry. And anyway, back to gaming.
I don't know if I can. I'm just
Man,
so
And back.
get a hold of yourself, Jeff. Sorry, that I'm like the king of. I have ADD, guys. I'm sorry.
yeah,
You're
right.
nerd.
Well, yeah, it was,
And that's a good thing.
we should just have a whole extra, like, this is now a whole new episode for the show. Jeff explains how to die in a trench. Episode 1.
Play Valiant Hearts.
Jeff,
There you go, right? That's
Yeah,
it.
we'll tie it back to
Yeah.
Valiant Hearts, right? Valiant Hearts was one of the
Very
indie
much.
games of the week that we
Yeah.
did, and
Yep.
it very much goes into all of those pieces.
I don't remember writing poetry or choking on my lung tissue, but yes, it was warfare.
You do remember? I
I
mean,
remember, yeah.
there were scenes in the game where you were running away from gas.
That is true.
Like-
That is true. And there was a nice, cute little doggy.
Oh, I
that
remember the
got
dog.
stuck in barbed wire.
Yeah, it did get stuck in my boy. That's good. Hey, how about news number 2? I've got another one. Let's see where this one takes us.
Let's see if I can make this depressing too.
See what you've got. The EA CFO Blake Jorgensen was asked to respond to the new PS4, Xbox One console rumors, right? Our PS4K or PS4.5 or what did they code name it? Neo? Is that it? I just watched Matrix,
I
so
still
it
think the
doesn't sound right.
PS4K is way fun.
Right? Wait, stay cool. So he doesn't have any inside knowledge, he says, but he says, what I can tell you is what we've heard publicly from the console makers. They're realizing the compatibility issue across console is an important consumer issue. That's about all that he would give them. So Xbox One introduced backwards compatibility last November. The PlayStation allows you to stream the back catalog with PlayStation Now, like they have some of those games being available, so that once you move forward into the next generation, you still have access to the others. And he's saying EA isn't really sweating the possibility of a new console before this one's over, because they claim to have an adaptable engine and allow them to make games for every genre, every platform, the way that they are currently doing things. So that's one take. That's one take on the console upgrades. Anyone else have a take?
I
Anyone
think
want
it's
to go up?
stupid.
Yeah, I would like to second that.
I think it's stupid. I think the developers are stupid, or I think the developers are mad and the consumers are mad, and yeah, that's how I feel.
Okay. That is right. All right, let's jump into
I
news
still think
today.
that they haven't tapped the rest of the power. They have not tapped the rest of the Xbox and the PS4 yet. Don't give me a new console when you haven't exhausted the possibilities with the current one.
And Naughty Dog proves that.
Right, exactly.
That's what's really interesting, right? Is
this long to get here.
Uncharted proves that because Naughty Dog is so far ahead of everyone else.
Yep. All right, news number 3. Here we go. This one is Kojima action game. Hideo Kojima working on a new action game. He says, I won't say it's an open world title, but those that enjoy playing today's AAA titles like The Division and Uncharted will be able to play it smoothly, he said. I can't say more about it, but the secret is found in the logo. Whole body of the logo actually looks super cool, and we're planning on making it into a figure. Anyone see this? I think we did early on. Didn't we look at this early on?
Yeah, we kind of analyzed it.
Right.
I mean, it's a dude with a skull. It looks like he's got some kind of like sciencey crap around
looks
it.
like
A Spartan helmet, or like a knight's helmet.
Yeah, it looks like there's planets in there.
Kojima's crazy, so to try and guess at what this could be, I mean, the reality is this could be a steampunk medieval knight.
Yes, he could.
I mean, he had villains in his Metal Gear Solid games that were called Fat Man, and he rolled around on rollerblades. So don't count out anything.
Anything could happen. Looking forward to that. Here's go. News number 4. This one's fun for everybody. EA's financial call today. They talked about the release dates of 2 upcoming Star Wars games. First, the sequel to the hit Star Wars Battlefront. So they talked about Battlefront 2 coming out. They haven't confirmed it's Battlefront 2 or a spinoff, but who knows? Other Star Wars game that announced in the new title from Dead Space developer Visceral. Star Wars action game is currently scheduled for a 2018 release. That's a ways out.
Scary.
This
I hope it's a scary Star Wars game.
This is the game that what's her face from Naughty Dog is working on, right?
Yeah, didn't one of them leave Naughty Dog right when we started this show? So it was almost a year and a half ago, right?
Yeah, it was the hell's her name?
Blonde. I don't remember her name either.
Anyway, yeah, she left Naughty Dog. Everyone was freaked out that the Uncharted was going to suck now, and it doesn't. But that's what everyone thought. Allison Hannigan, that's the name.
Yeah, we did.
I didn't even have to look that up for the record.
Smarty pants. We did. We worried about that. We thought, where does it go? What's going on? And yet, Uncharted 4 came out just fine, and looks like she's got something that she's working on.
Yep, I'm excited.
Very cool. News number 5, and this one, I don't know that excites me, but we did find Titanfall 2 scheduled to be released this fall. Not a lot of details, except for it's in development for the PS4, the Xbox, and the PC. There you go. That's the news. On that one. I think I got 2 more quick newses. Are you ready for these quickies? All right.
Yep.
There we go. News number 6. This one excites me. Witcher 3 expansion, Blood and Wine, has a date. Is May 31st. It is going to be, and this is the big news of the week. Yeah. So this is what I'm doing. They've made Blood and Wine. This expansion is going to be, originally it was supposed to be the first one, which was like Heart of Stone, I think, was like a 10-hour add-on, and it was great. I bought them both together, and so when I played that one, it's like, okay, that's half worth what I just paid. I can't wait for the next, expansion. And we found out this week that it's not just going to be a 20-hour expansion; it's going to be a 30-hour game, which is pretty much a full game for an expansion.
Wow!
So totally stoked for that one. Where does that take us? Oh, last news of the night, if I can find it here. This is Dark Souls 3. It's 3 million. It's launched worldwide last month. Quickly became Bandai Namco America's fastest selling game in their whole history. They announced Dark Souls 3 and did 3 million copies, and that brings the whole series up to 13 million copies sold. But I was surprised because the Dark Souls are hard. So I figured there was very much a niche that was playing these games. But every time I went on Twitch, tons of people streaming it and dying all the time and crying, but they kept at it. So maybe I'm just giving up too easy.
No, it's still hard.
It is still hard.
Very, very hard.
It's miserable.
And that, my friends, is the news.
Blue. Cool. Should we jump into the new releases?
I will do new releases.
Yeah.
There are only 3 things coming out. Doom and Uncharted 4, which already came out. And then there's Mega Tag Mention Blanc plus Neptune versus Zombies on the Vita.
My gosh.
Yeah, if you're interested.
That's it.
Of everything on that list, Mega Tag Mention Blanc plus Neptune v Zombies is what I
Not
want.
Uncharted. Can I say my favorite thing about Uncharted coming out this week was the cute little Nate Drake hashtag on Twitter?
What was
that
it?
not the most adorable thing?
I didn't
No.
see
You guys
Nathan
didn't see
Drake
it?
hashtag. No, what was it?
Oh, every time I know Jeff and Robin did it a ton, but every time you tagged Uncharted 4, little Nathan Drake head was right next to him.
Oh, what? I didn't know that.
Yeah, it was adorable.
So cute.
So, as I've been playing the game, Rachel, it has been incredibly hard for me not to just take screenshots and send them to you. Because
Set them in my wallpaper.
The game looks so good that I'm like, dang, freaking Nate's looking good right now. I'm going to screenshot
Right.
this and send it to Rachel. She'd appreciate it.
I need the other ones is what I need to do.
It is, it's a fantastic, like, didn't you agree that, so there's a part where, this isn't a huge spoiler if you're annoyed
Just
by
don't.
even
That's
minor spoilers. No, it's just what he's wearing. It's funny. So he's in like this onesie with a tuxedo underneath,
Nice.
and
A what?
I was
Like
like,
a onesie?
Rachel will like this. Rachel will like this.
What a man.
It's like a work coveralls kind of stuff.
Yeah, it's like it's like janitorial coveralls with a tuxedo underneath, and he just, the thing about Nathan Drake is whatever he wears, he makes it look good.
Right.
It's true.
And so does Sully. Sullivan is a very handsome older gentleman.
He's
There you go.
classy.
That's what we've got.
Yeah, that's the show. So first of all, everyone in the chat, thank you so much for bearing with us and kind of enduring this new beta test.
Indeed.
Thank you to VidPresso for letting us run the
Yeah.
beta test.
Yeah, they give us the back end.
Yeah.
It's been awesome. So as always, we want to give a major shout out first and foremost to our Patreon supporters. Thank you for supporting us. Thank you for the contributions as we are kind of building our studio and where we're at. We're going to be using the funds that you guys provide to kind of revamp what we're doing and what we're able to do going forward. So
Right. So thanks to Mikey and Ben for sure. Like they're great. In fact, we get to see Ben again on another episode this month, right?
Yep.
That'll be awesome.
Absolutely. And Mikey owes us a topic, right? So
Okay, so, yeah.
he needs to get. He's actually
Maybe-
way behind.
Right, but maybe he could like teach us how to play like Rocket League, like train us. We should get in there and just have him train us
in.
how to play a team, right?
I'm in. If you want to support us, feel free to head over to patreon.com/LittleBigKast. And as always, if you don't want to support us, but you want to tune in and listen, we'll take that too. We love you for checking in. Love you for listening. So, outside of that, this has been the Little Big Cast, episode 98. My name is Jeff Hawks. You can follow me on Twitter at Jeff Hawks. You can follow me on the PSN at MRHOX. That's Mr. Hawks, not Marox. With me as always, and a big thanks for joining us, Dr. Robin Hazlett.
I think she froze out.
Hello.
Nope.
Oh no.
You got her?
No, I can hear her.
I'm still here. You can follow me at Robin Hazlett on Twitter.
Rachel Hernandez.
That's me. You can follow me at Pirate Rachel 3 instead of an E.
And our own Mr. Drew Tyler.
Hey everybody, of course it's me at Night 20, and that's where you can find me anywhere, KNITE20.
So once again, special thanks to everybody in the chat today that's been hanging out and bearing with us as we've figured out the new platform. And we'll talk to you next
It's
time.
fun. Thanks everybody.
See you later. Bye.
And night.
Bye.